Welcome back. You're with us on the newsroom. PDP chief Mufti Mohammad Sayeed has landed in Delhi. He will be meeting the Prime Minister tomorrow morning. Joining us now is my colleague Gaurav Sawant, who's tracking the story for us. Gaurav, how is it that this alliance will function? What is it that you've been able to gather so far? Given how poles apart the BJP and the PDP are, will this alliance click?
Well, both want to come forward and make this work. So all contentious issues are being frozen, especially when you talk about Article 370. The PDP is very clear there should be no tinkering with Article 370. The BJP is okay with it. That's point one. Point two, on the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, in principle, both parties, both the BJP and the PDP have agreed that it needs to go from parts of Jammu and Kashmir, but a committee of the BJP and the PDP will come together and identify those parts. Whether it will be Srinagar and Budgam in Kashmir and Jammu and Katwa in Jammu, that remains to be seen. The army will get back to barracks. The central, armed police forces, they will then take over. But should the army be deployed, and that's the caveat there, should the army be deployed, then automatically AFSPA would deem to be there.
Okay. When Mufti Mohammad Sayeed landed at the Delhi airport, my colleague Sanjay Sharma was standing by. He had a quick conversation with the next Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Let's see what he had to say about his meeting with the Prime Minister.
क्या मिनिमम प्रोग्राम सीएम की नहीं वो तो कल डिस्कस करेंगे पीएम के साथ हम नेचुरली वी आर मीटिंग टुमारो हाँ
ऐसे विवादित मुद्दे हैं जो कंट्रोवर्शियल इश्यूज उस पर लेके क्या लाइन रहेगी
उसमें मतलब है कि को चुनाव हुए मेरे ख्याल में 26 दिसंबर से हमारी वार्ता आपस में बातचीत शुरू हो गई दोनों तरफ से तो उस पर चलता रहा हमारे मुद्दे उनके मुद्दे कॉमन मुद्दे तो एक कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम बन रहा है जिसकी सहमति कल प्राइम मिनिस्टर से भी मिलेंगे वो होगी
तो 370 को लेके बीजेपी और
मैं इश्यूज पे मैं नहीं आऊंगा वो जब मैं सब बताऊंगा तो फिर कल क्या बताए कल मेरे ख्याल में 9:30 बजे 9:30 बजे ओके
तो और कौन कौन से ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिस पर
वो तो आएगा ना वो हमारे प्रोग्राम में आ जाएगा वो इट विल बी इन ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट ये तो देखेंगे सब लोग सब देश की जनता देखेगी क्या हम कर रहे हैं.
He doesn't want to speak about Article 370 as someone said that it's a 370-degree U-turn by the BJP on 370, but how will they deal with these contentious issues? They're so fundamentally opposed to each other and they're hotheads in both parties, which essentially means that there could be trouble lurking behind every corner.
There would be trouble. This wouldn't be an easy alliance, but what is the aim? The aim is to ensure that there's development both in Jammu and in Kashmir. So Mufti Mohammad Sayeed remains Chief Minister for the entire 6-year period. Perhaps Nirmal Singh will be the BJP's choice as Deputy Chief Minister. They've sorted out who will be Minister for what. That will be clear tomorrow. As far as the Armed Forces Special Powers Act is concerned, should army be deployed, it will deem to have been there. There is no time frame for withdrawal of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. As far as the other issues are concerned, the other contentious issues are concerned, that talking to Hurriyat, the PDP will talk to Hurriyat, not the BJP. So
that doesn't make sense.
Those are some
you've
of the
got
little differences.
Both parties in government, how can one talk to the Hurriyat and the other one? But clearly this would be a tough marriage.
Yes.
But the good thing is both partners are trying to make it happen.
To make it work for Jammu and Kashmir.
And the BJP is trying to change the narrative. I had conversations with very senior leaders in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Their sense is, if we're just able to get our toe in the door, we'll be able to change the way Jammu and Kashmir thinks. We'll be able to take the narrative away from secession, from Hurriyat, from dialogue, from people being unhappy, to development, which will be front and center in their view if the BJP were to be given a chance, given that Modi will then back Mufti Mohammad Sayeed. That's the plan. Let's see how things pan out on the ground.